Okay. Now I'm awash in mints and things to soak it. I want to cover a few precepts regarding filmmaking. The first of which is that you're making a film, you're not working on a science project. When my TDs, even myself, are working on something, oftentimes we get caught up in the minutia, right? Oh, I've got this really great forearm roll. You got to see it, right? I've been working on it for months. That's great, but if things are looking good on screen, the over-engineering that sometimes takes place is not necessary. It may make a cool SIGGRAPH paper, may make a great FMX presentation, but it's a waste of money if you're getting the results you need. There's a great history in filmmaking and live-action filmmaking of cheating, right? Let's throw a bed sheet up in the background, paint it to look like a sky, and we're done. And it's funny how oftentimes in CGI that same principle is not followed, right? People will create these massive simulations to do something that a simple card could be utilized for, or a cheaper hand-made effect could serve. Another principle is don't pass crap downstream. Very simple point, but broken all the time. Make sure that the work going from your department to the next department is sound. Have the people in the following department maybe do a test on it. When I was working for the Mouse, we had a system where the technical checks that were done in our data was done by the next department. The department downstream set the criteria for the technical checks on the data of the department upstream, as makes sense, right? You want the texturing department, the lighting department, to tell the modelers, yeah, this is good, right? You want the animators to tell the modelers this is good, as opposed to the modelers saying, hey, look, I'm awesome, this is perfect, here you go. And then realizing, oh, wait, that's not working out. Finally, no treasure hunts. Asset management, making sure you have a system so that you know where everything is. People are using the right data. You don't have to go, where was that version of that thing that we had that time? Where's my low-res proxy? Which one am I using again? We want to cut that out. So our pipeline needs to be robust, flexible, efficient, and transparent. I was really happy to see last night at the Film Academy, a student got up to talk about production pipeline and pretty much had this exact same list. That's a good sign for the future. And we also want to make sure that we can accommodate story changes until the last minute. This makes some people shudder, but there will be story changes. Even if you have a locked script, quote unquote, when you have your first public screening, you're going to get notes. You're going to want to address them if your film is going to be marketable and do well. So we want to make sure that we can accommodate those without having them kill the crew. Can we alter this character? Can we create a new character? Can we pull something out or put something in without having it devastate the production and people are running around with their hair on fire? There must be contingencies at every phase. What's plan B? What's your plan C? My own supervisor would always ask me this. I'd say, well, I think we should do this. He'd say, what's plan B? I'd say, plan B is this. And he'd say, what's your plan C? I said, I don't have one. He said, well, get one, because we're probably going to end up going through plan A and plan B. It always works out that way. Or you end up with some combination of the three. So it's just a good idea to sort of have that, and just the discussion of those, of A, B, C, with your group, gets the brain working in a way that probably will make A more successful. Will your pipeline efficiently accommodate redos and same-ases? So a redo is, of course, a shot that needs to be redone. And a same-as is a shot which is similar to another shot. So if you have a number of shots with the same lighting paradigm, the same camera work, you want to be able to blast those through your pipeline and leverage efficiently on that similarity and use that money elsewhere. So if the director has a shot that he's really in love with where he wants the feather that's falling off a character to be just so, you've got the money to do that for him, as opposed to saying, hey, we burned it all over here in a way that was unnecessary. This brings us to